There we go. Hello, everybody. How are we tonight? Let me know when you guys are here. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Oh my goodness. Our topic tonight is so important, so important. So I want to say hi. I don't even have my phone to let me know that I am live. So if you guys are here, let me have a comment down below. Let's just say here. So I can tell. I do see some people popping on. Hello, Stephanie. All right, so I'm live in 3 different places, guys. So I'm live on my Facebook page, I'm live in my Facebook group, and I'm live on YouTube. So if you are in my Facebook group, I will not be able to see your name. So when you comment, if you could just leave your name because, I love you guys, let me know who is here. So Teresa's here, Bethy's here, Caroline, Stacy, my kids are yelling, hi, hello kids. Jan's here, hello, Amy, Tracy. I got some Facebook users, which is my Facebook group, so let me know who you guys are, right? Terry, hello. All right, so if you guys don't know me, my name is Dee. Everyone calls me Dee, Danielle Ingenito, and I'm a spiritual empowerment coach and healer. So I'm an intuitive Reiki master. And tonight we're going to be talking about burnout. And I was divinely guided to come on and do this video with you because I've just been hearing it over and over from my clients. Personally, I've been feeling it a little bit myself with so much that we've been through this year. I mean, I can't even believe that it's almost the end of October. And, holidays are coming, Christmas, all this time that's usually stressful. And for us to come off a time that we have been dealing with for the last 7 months, to add more stress to the fire is going to be, could be really devastating for some of us. So I really wanted to come on and, again, divinely guided spirits with me tonight to really kind of help you identify where you are, right? We're going to go through the difference between just being stressed out or being burnt out and identifying that. But I'm also going to be giving you a 5-step plan. And it's like, Dee, do we really need more stuff to do? Don't worry. It's really not going to take that much more time, but it will make a tremendous difference in your life. Okay. So I'm just seeing all the comments. So hello, everybody. Okay. So I have my notes here as I usually do with trainings like this. I do consider them trainings because you're going to get a lot of value, a lot of information here. So you might want to get a journal. Always have a journal in handy when you come on my videos because I'm going to give you a lot of things to think about. And we're actually going to do a little bit of it here because if you're here, you're here. And I don't want to have to give you more work to do while you're not here. So grab a pen and a paper. It doesn't have to be a journal. And we're going to get through some stuff tonight and really identify where you're at. And we're going to give you, I also have a free gift for you that goes right along with this. This is really going to help you. Okay. So tonight, we're going to be talking about our human mind, but I'm an energy healer. So we are going to be talking about energy because if energy was the one thing that I could teach everybody in this world, that's what I would teach is we are all made up of energy, but nobody tells us how to use it or how to protect it, how to clear it. And that's what we're going to go over a little bit tonight. Okay. Do you see my puppy in the background? Oh, no. I don't know where he is. I think he's upstairs. All right. So let's talk about burnout. Now, burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion. And it's caused by the excess and prolonged amount of stress. And like I just said, we're going through, for here, wherever you are, I'm not sure, but in the USA, we closed down in like the middle of March. So it has been about 7 months that we have been going through COVID. A lot of stuff has happened during that time, right? So there's a lot that has been happening. So this kind of stress can really, if it's prolonged, lead to burnout. Now, burnout really is about feeling overwhelmed. It's feeling exhausted. It is not just the common, it's not just common stress that we have in our daily lives. This is a prolonged amount of stress that we have been dealing with. And it leaves you feeling overwhelmed. It leaves you feeling constantly drained. And I'm going to go over some symptoms and stuff. And this is where I think, it's going to help you identify things. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay. So burnout is a gradual process. And sometimes we don't even know we're there until we're there. And for me, in my past, I remember, I'll tell you one way that I knew that I was burnt out is I walked into my therapist's office way back when, and I said, I want a divorce. And she said, why? And I said, because I need a break. I need a break. And when I said that, she was like, wow, right? I was like ready for a divorce because I needed a break from having to do everything. And it was like eye-opening to me that I was like, wow, okay. So it's a gradual process, and you really don't realize you're there until you're there and until you're ready to give up. And when you're ready to like just throw in the towel, to be honest. And sometimes it does. Maybe sometimes it does come with like suicidal thoughts and, you know, ready to give up on life and like wanting to run away. So let me know in the comments, like, does that resonate with you? Are you there right now? Jesse says, burnout, I thought of a car. Cool, didn't know it to humans. Oh yeah, no, we're not talking about cars today. We're talking about our energy. We are talking about our stress levels here with everything that is going on. All right, so I'm going to give you some physical signs. I'm going to give you some physical, emotional, and let me see, behavioral, okay? So I'm taking this from an article, but I'm going to go into more of it. It's from helpguide.org, okay? So physical signs of symptoms are feeling tired and drained most of the time. Frequent illnesses, and especially with COVID happening, right? We need to not be in that burnout state because, and I'll speak about this when I talk about energy, but the more our energy is protected and clear and like not high vibing, but definitely not low vibing, we can protect ourselves from illnesses. So a sign of burnout is getting sick a lot, right? Colds, flus, anything. Frequent headaches or even muscle pain. So that's like signs of stress in your body. Your back is aching, different things happening. Change in appetite or sleep habits. Can't sleep, can't fall asleep, wake up during the middle of the night. Let me know if these are resonating with you guys. Here comes my puppy. Emotional signs is, this is really important because I don't really think anybody talks about these emotional signs of burnout, where it's sense of failure or self-doubt. Okay, so if you feel like you're failing at life, you feel like you're failing at being a parent, you feel like you're failing at work, everything is like coming down on you. And that's self-doubt. Feeling helpless, trapped, and defeated. Like I said, there's like no way out. Like I had to give up, just had to give up on life. Detachment. So this is about you isolating yourself from people, isolating yourself maybe from work. All of these things can lead to detachment, feeling kind of alone because you don't really want to talk to anybody. You really just want to kind of like run and hide. Negative outlook on life, loss of motivation. Don't have motivation to work out. Don't have motivation to eat healthy. Don't have motivation to homeschool our kids, right? All of those things. And decreased satisfaction and sense of accomplishment. So again, that kind of goes along with the sense of failure. Feeling like no matter what you do, it's not good enough and that you're never going to get to where you want to be. Now, behavioral signs of burnout is withdrawing from responsibilities. So it's about vegging out on the couch rather than cleaning the house, rather than, cooking dinner, rather than taking care of the kids. You're zoning out. This is the flight, right? When we talk about fight or flight, this is flight. And a lot of the times when we're in burnout, we're in flight mode, where we just don't want to do anything and we just want to escape our reality. This is when we turn to like alcohol, to drugs, to binge watching TV, to eating like crap, lots of sugar, all of that stuff. It's because we're flighting and we don't want to deal with the reality of the situation because it's too hard. And when we're in burnout, it's too hard. So what do? We run. And where do we run to? Things that are not good for us. Okay. And my 5-step process is not going to be like, cut this out, cut that out, cut that out. Because if we're in burnout mode, you're not going to do all of that stuff. So that will be coming a little bit later tonight. Okay. So those are signs of burnout. So I'm reading your comments here, just tired of the negative feedback. That makes me tired. Can't sleep for sure. Oh my God, I feel it all the above. Griselle says, definitely feel like I'm never going to get to where I want to be. Yep. Teresa says, yep. Bethy says, can't stay asleep, detached, zoning out for sure. Okay. So this is resonating with you guys. And this is why Spirit divinely guided us to do this, because this kind of really has nothing to do with what I do, but they're here and they're telling you, and they really want you to be aware of what is happening right now, because if you are not, it's like, heed their warnings. They're always coming to me with tough love, guys. I'm really sorry about that. But they're coming to me with the tough love, because if you don't do something right now, right, the next few months can really bring you down into devastation. So they really want you to open your eyes. And like I said, we've come up with like a 5-step plan that is very simple to use in your life. And it's not a daily thing either. That you can start to really get yourself out of this burnout, because we don't want to be there. And it can really, when you stay in burnout for a really long time, and like for moms out there, like when you have your kids and stuff, like you can go into adrenal fatigue. That is another form of burnout. It's like a functional burnout, really. Like your adrenal glands are just not processing or whatever they do. I had that a lot in my life with the kids and stuff. So just realize that being a mom, not because you're a mom and the dads don't do anything, but because of your body and your adrenal glands, and the adrenals, I think, have to do with stress. I'm not a doctor here, guys, so go with me. But that can definitely be a thing, because I ran into that a few years back. So let's talk about the difference between just being stressed out and being in burnout mode. And I'll check your comments in a second. So when you're stressed, right, the difference between stress is when you are stressed, you feel as though all you have to do is do certain things and then everything will be okay. So when you're stressed out, it's like if say, for instance, if you're taking a test, just got to get this test over with and then everything will be okay. With the kids, like I just got to get the kids to school and then everything will be okay. Stuff like that. So you still are hopeful that things are going to work out and be okay. You just have to get like this one thing done. I just have to clean the house and then and cook dinner, and then I can sit down and relax and it'll be okay. Right? So you're kind of hopeful. You still have that. Now, stress versus burnout. So stress is characterized by overengagement. It is emotions are overactive. And actually, let me go back and forth. So stress is characterized by overengagement. Burnout is characterized by disengagement. So stress, you're go, go, go. You're getting it done. You're motivated. You're dedicated. You're doing it. Burnout is the flight, where disengagement, you don't want anything to do with it. You're not doing anything. That's the difference between stress and burnout with that. Stress is emotions are overreactive. Burnout, emotions are blunted. This is when you feel numb. How many of you guys feel numb? Because I remember that time when I felt numb. And I literally didn't have any emotions. I didn't enjoy being around people. Didn't enjoy being around my kids. I didn't enjoy anything because my emotions just weren't there. I was so not here. Literally felt like I wasn't here. Stress produces urgency and hyperactivity, where burnout produces helplessness and hopelessness. So exactly kind of what we just talked about. Stress is a loss of energy. But burnout is a loss of motivation, ideals, and hope. So you're getting the picture here? When you're stressed out, you still have will. You still are going. You're still going after your goals. But it's just a lot. So you're stressed. Where burnout is, we give up. We're hopeless. Like it's never going to work. Like we've tried so long, so hard, and it's getting us nowhere, and we give up. Okay? So just be aware of that. And then stress leads to anxiety disorder. Burnout leads to detachment and depression. So stress will lead to anxiety because anxiety is a fear of like things not happening and stuff like that, but it's a fear. Where burnout can lead to detachment and depression because, again, it's hopelessness. Nothing's ever going to work. It's that hopelessness stuff. Let me go ahead and check some of these comments over here. Amy says loss of motivation, not wanting to cook or clean, takes a lot of energy to even shower. Yep. Hope says I've taken up smoking cigarettes. If I wasn't looking for work, it'd be something stronger, but I've never done drugs. Caroline can't think, can't process information on slow motion. Yep. Someone in the Facebook group is saying, been there, done all those, sleepless nights, neck, jaw pain, not understanding why or what it was. And Tracy says, I have adrenal gland overload. I take vitamins from my acupuncturist. I also think it was from my childhood. Yep. Stress on your adrenal glands. It's so bad. And like nobody talks about it. Like I don't really hear about adrenal fatigue. So crazy. Grizel, I fluctuate between feeling numb and feeling too much. Okay. So you're like in burnout, out of burnout, in burnout, out of burnout. It's like, I can still do it, but then it's like, poof. And ladies in here, let me just tell you something. I even have a planner here, but you've got to track your cycle. You have to track your cycle. I tracked my cycle because I was trying to get pregnant 10 years ago. But I still track it because when you are aware of when you're in your PMS stage, and like, even though you think you know, when you can see it clearly on a calendar of when those days are going to be, you can then see, like, say for Grizel, like if it's in and out, like, are you in the burnout when you're on your period or when you're in the PMS mode? Sorry guys, if you're here, but this is real stuff. So really important to track your cycle with that. It might bring some clarity to what's really going on with you. Numb, no emotion, can't even cry, tears don't come out. Yeah. Let's see. Stacy is raising her hand. She's liking all this, lots of it. Okay. I had nachos. I know I shouldn't, but I need comfort food. Yep. I have a hectic week and everyone's talking negative. Can't wait for my getaway. Ugh. Patty says, feel empty inside. Toya says, my son, so much going on with him, overwhelmed. Teresa, I've never heard of adrenal fatigue. Exactly. It's so crazy. It's such a big thing, especially, I don't know if it's a guy thing. I don't know. I know it's a female thing. I don't know if it's a guy thing. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know biology. Toya, yes, in and out. Grizel, yes, in and out. Yeah. Okay. If I ever track my period. Yeah, totally do it. Totally do it. I'm in and out of burnout. I'll hike and then veg out. Yeah. Okay. So let's keep going here because I got lots to talk about here. Okay. So causes of burnout. Let me just go through what they're saying here. So work-related causes of burnout. Feeling like you have no or little control over your work. Lack of recognition or reward for good work. Unclear or overly demanding job expectations. Doing work that's unchallenging, or working in a chaotic or high pressure environment. So those are causes of work burnout. Lifestyle burnout, or lifestyle causes of burnout. Working too much without enough time for socialization and relaxing. Lack of close supportive relationships. And that could definitely, with spiritual awakenings, can definitely happen. So be very aware of that. When you have your spiritual awakening and your vibration shifts, you lose a lot of friends. So realize that. Taking on too many responsibilities without enough help from others. This could definitely be happening right now, especially if you're working from home, you're homeschooling, and you don't have any help, especially if you're single mom, like it's crazy. Not getting enough sleep, which we're definitely going to talk about. Personality traits that can contribute to burnout. Perfectionist tendencies. Nothing is ever good enough. Pessimistic view of yourself and the world. The need to be in control and the reluctance to delegate to others. Now, I work with codependent women. That is a very big thing where we don't like to ask for help because we feel like we have to do it all on our own. So you need to delegate. And high achieving type A personality. Just kidding. All right. So dealing with burnout, what do we want to do? First of all, we want to be aware. I always talk about awareness is key. So we have to be aware of these symptoms like we're going through and where we're at in our life, so that we stay out of the burnout, right? We have to be aware of it before we even get there. And if we're in it, we got to be aware of it in order for us to get ourselves out. Awareness is always key. Okay. And then we've got to kind of, I'm not really going to go along with what they say here. For what I think we have to do is we have to very easily get ourselves out and start working ourselves. I used to talk about the rabbit hole, if you guys have been with me for a long time. But I used to talk about this rabbit hole, and now it's like the ego hole. But a burnout is like getting in the hole. Yet you're kind of like trying to scrape yourself up, but there's nothing to hold on to. So we really have to kind of start working our way up and building our muscles so that we can get ourselves out of this hole. And that's how I feel. Now, what time is it? Yeah. Okay. So they have a lot of other things, but I'm going to go into now kind of what I want to talk about with burnout. Now, there's a couple of things that I think you have to realize with burnout. First of all, like I said, about awareness. So the number one thing that we have to be aware of is that there's something wrong, okay? But there's a second thing that we have to be aware of. And we have to be, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard me talk about this, but we have to be aware of, is this your energy or is this someone else's? Because not to scare anybody here, but we take on other people's energy. And I said that in the beginning of this video, where we are all made of energy, but nobody teaches us how to identify it, how to use it, how to clear it, how to protect it, or even know when our energy is not our own. So let me know if this is resonating with you in the comments. But we are, and I talk about it as being like our aura out here, our energy field. It's outside of our body. It's all, it's not just in here, it's out here. So if we're walking around like this with our energy out here all day and we're walking past people, we're going to absorb other people's energy. But this is the crazy part, is that energy has no space or time. And this is what I teach in my Reiki courses, where it doesn't matter if they're near you or not. COVID, we're stuck in our house. But let me tell you, if someone is thinking about you, if someone just thinks about you, you can get their energy attached to you, or you think about them, right? So if they're going through a hard time and you keep thinking about them, you can get their energy attached to you. It's not something that somebody does on purpose, but it just happens because there is no space or time between energy. So we're all kind of like just blobbing together. And if you don't know how to protect your energy, you can get attachments. Okay. And not just attachments from the spirit world. I'm talking about attachments from people in this world right now. Okay. So you have to protect your energy. Even children, me and my children, man, we go back and forth on taking each other's energy. And I'm like, right. So like I will be feeling a certain way. And then my son will be like, Mom, I'm sad. And I'm like, why are you sad? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, shoot, I'm like, darn. So I teach him, he's 7, to protect his energy. I teach my daughter to protect her energy. Like, this is what needs to be taught, because we need to be able to protect our energy. Because a lot of the times you might feel depressed. You might feel anxious. You might feel hopeless. You might feel resentment. You might feel anything, and it might not be your energy. So the first thing we need to do is clear your energy. Okay. So we got to clear the energy so that we know that what you're dealing with is your energy. Okay. So really, really important for that. So be aware that there's something up. This is the number one question that I say, and I think I'll send this to you, but it says, if you say to yourself, I don't know why I feel like this, then that means that it's not your energy. So if you're constantly saying that, energy clearing is definitely a must, and stay to the end of this because I'm going to give you some. Okay. So, what was I going to say? So dealing with burnout. Okay. So being aware of it and clearing your energy is definitely going to be one of the things. And then now we're going to slowly dig ourselves out of this burnout. If we have been now 7 months, and this is just now, if you were stressed before COVID happened, I mean, I can't even imagine where you are right now. And this is why spirits are stepping in, because they know that we're hurting. They know that what we're going through, and they're trying to help and they're trying to protect. So basically, being very aware of where you were before, and then adding all of this on if you lost your job. I mean, these are huge things that are life altering, right? Those big stressors in life is like losing your job, getting married or divorced, I think it is, people dying, right? And that's all we've been in, right? Fears of money, fears of losing your job. That is what we've been in for the past seven months here. And if you were in stress out or burnout before this, you could have gone into a major depression. And we don't want you there. Okay. We don't want you there. I read a lot about adrenal fatigue due to hypothyroidism and fibromyalgia. I can't say all these words. Teresa, yes, there's apps on your phone that you can, even like the Fitbit. There's everything that you can track your periods with. Oh my God. Yes, Rachel says, totally resonate being around someone with the low vibration. It drained the life out of me. Yeah, it's crazy how quickly it happens too. You could be I remember in COVID when I went out to the grocery store, I came back and had to sleep because it was like the energy was so low because there was so much fear out there. This doesn't mean that like you have to be so spiritual for this to happen to you. It is a science proven thing that we are all energy and that we can absorb energy. So this is so important for you guys to realize, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and give you my plan for, well, Spirit, I guess help me create this, but our plan for you to get yourself out of this, okay? And like, I'll give you some of the things that they said in this, and I'm not going to give these to you, but I'll do it for you guys, okay? So definitely, you know, they're saying reach out to those that are closest to you, be more sociable with your coworkers, limit your contact with negative people. Definitely agree with that one, right? The more negative they are, the more chance you have of getting their energy. Connect with a cause of community group that is personally meaningful to you. Find new friends. You can reframe the way that you look at work, which we'll talk about a little bit about that. Not work related, but it could be. Reevaluate your priorities. I do agree with this one, right? So we want to set better boundaries, and we'll talk about this a little bit here. Yeah. Take a daily break from technology. I would definitely recommend that one. Definitely, and not just because it is what it is, but because the frequency of technology can zap your energy. And if your energy is already low, like I'll tell you, like even today, like I had to turn things off. I'll show you. I have these little things that I put on my ears because I need to. Anybody have these? I know they're for shooting guns, but they work really well with kids. But not just kids, but like the TV being on or the iPads being on. And I really don't want to have my kids put headphones in because I think that's even worse. So I have these for me because I need to let it go. So take a daily break from technology. Also your eyes, straining of the eyes. I will tell you, this is why I can't look at the comments on YouTube, like when I'm actually live on YouTube, because they're too little and I squint and it really zaps your energy just because it's your body is your energy. So really be aware of that. So take breaks from technology. And I know we're addicted to that crap. It's dopamine, guys. Every time you're on there, it's dopamine. It's giving you that boost of that like happiness that we don't have, especially if we're in burnout. So it's like, you got to be very aware of that, is that you think that social media stuff is making you happy, but it's really just addicted, just like being addicted to drugs or alcohol or sugar or shopping or gambling or anything like that. Same crap. Nourish your creative side, set aside relaxation time, make exercise a priority. Not going to go there with you right now. Eating right, not going to go there with you right now. Support your mood and energy, right? Minimize sugar and refined carbs, reduce your high intake foods, eat more omega-3, avoid nicotine. All of this is just going to stress you out more right now because you need to add that. I mean, come on, let's get real. I believe me, I'm gluten-free, dairy-free, and sugar-free, caffeine-free. It takes a while to get there, and it's just more stress on your plate. So we're not going to talk about that at this moment. I'm going to give you my 5-step plan. Number 1 is acceptance. Doesn't take much time to do this, but you have to accept where you are right now. Let go of where you think you should be right now and accept where you are right this second. For me, I'm a single mom with 2 children, homeschooling them, and running an online business. That is who I am and where I am right this second. And I accept that. And I accept that at this point right now, I can't do everything that I want to do. This is why you don't see my tarot on YouTube right now, is because I know I'm accepting what I can and what I cannot do right now. So some of the things have to go. Some of those expectations of myself and what I think I should be doing has to go. So accept where you are and let go of the things that we're going to get into this a little bit too, but just acceptance of where you are. We'll just say that right now. Okay. So just accept. And I had to do this when, not talking about burnout, but like I had to do this as when I got out of my marriage and like he was with somebody else. And like, for me, I was like, I have 2 kids, like literally 95% of the time. Like I can't go out unless I hire babysitters. I really didn't want to do that to the kids. And I was getting angry and kind of like resentful at him because he gets to go do whatever he wants while I'm with the kids. And I had to finally accept that this is my life and I would rather be with my kids than with somebody else. So therefore, I had to accept it and let go of the thought of dating someone or having a relationship. All right. So acceptance of where you're at, what you can do right here, right now. Okay. So let go of any of the expectations that you have about yourself when you're in these types of states. Like if you're in burnout, you have to completely accept that you're in burnout and that you need help and that you cannot take any extra stuff on. And we're going to talk about that in a second. I should have gotten this ready for you. I'm so bad at that. Give me a second here. The next thing is clearing your energy. Okay. And I'm going to actually help you out with this because I'm going to put something in the links here. Hopefully you can see it. Where's StreamYard? Okay. Hopefully you can see this, but I'm going to send you a very deep clearing energy healing. And this isn't the one that's on YouTube already. This is one that I did in my Reiki Vault membership. So clear, and so it's a deep clearing, and you can do this. It's about a half hour long. So find the time, right? We have to start to make time for the things that are going to help us feel better. Not the TV, not the food, not any of that. I'm not telling you to give it all up. But what I am telling you is that you've got to find the time to fit in the actual stuff that's going to make you feel better. So if you resonated with me when I said about having other people's energy on you, I will try to go back and put this, if you're on YouTube, I'll put it in the description box and in the comments. And if you're on my Facebook page or group, I will put it in the title as long as I can edit it in the title above. Okay. So I gave you a link to a very deep clearing energy healing. All right. We'll just say deep energy clearing. All right. Forget the healing part. It is really about removing anybody's energy that is on you so that you can get to what your energy is. And I talk a little bit about what default energy is, I think, in there and how to protect yourself a little bit. Okay. So that is crucial for you. Okay. Crucial. So you can find that in the comments. So clearing your energy. I just literally had an energy healing right before I came on here because I needed a clearing. I needed the negativity. When you are in relationships with people, when you are in breakup situations, when you are losing your friends, when you are in workplaces that have negative people, when your kids are in school with all of those people. My kids used to come off the bus, like one of them was always mad or sad or crying or something, and like white light to them right away. All right. So definitely if you're in a toxic relationship and you're with a narcissist on a daily basis, you need that on a daily basis. And I'm not even kidding. Okay. So number 2. So that's number 2 of this 5-step plan that I have for you. Okay. The next thing is to minimize. This is to release, right? So I'm not putting things on your plate. We're taking them off. We're taking them off of your plate because a lot of burnout has to do with doing way too much. Way too much. That's why we want a flight, right? We want to stay and we want to be present, okay? But we got to let go of the things that don't matter right now. And I was talking a little bit about that before. Like you've got to let go. For me right now, it's like I've got to focus. So focus is so important. You've got to focus on the things that matter. So I asked you to get a pen and paper. So I want you to write down 5 things that are your priorities right now. And I want you to commit to yourself to focus only on those 5 things. Everything else doesn't exist. If you are helping your children, and a lot of burnout comes because it's mental, it's like mentally, energetically draining. When you are doing one thing over here, but then something distracts you. And then you start to do this. And let me know if you know what I'm talking about. When you are helping your children with school, but then your phone rings and then you go to get that. And then your children are kind of asking you questions while you're on the phone and you're doing too many things at one time. Okay. So we've got to let go and we've got to focus, be very present in the moment that you are in. There is work time. There is school time for the kids. There is relaxation time for you. Create a little bit of a schedule if you can, okay? If you can. And be very, very present when you are doing that. And what do I mean by present? Being able to focus on what is happening and enjoy the moment, even if you feel numb at this time. If I am playing a game with my kids, I am not, and this is the thing, it might not even be doing, it is thinking. When I am with my kids playing a game, I am not thinking about work. I am not thinking about having to do the dishes. I am not thinking about having to do the laundry. I am here right now and I am focused on this game and enjoying the moment. Okay, so this is about staying present in what you're doing, focusing on that. Okay, so let everything else go. So 5 priorities, and that is what you're going to focus on for the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Okay, anything else when you're doing it, because I'll be like this, right? I don't have my phone here, but I'll be like, oh, I got to go pay that bill. And I'll go to my phone. I'm like, oh, I got a notification from Facebook. Let me check that out, right? And then I go and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I start scrolling Facebook. And then the bill never gets paid. And then that goes on to my plate as to, okay, I got to remember to pay that bill. And that is energetically draining in your mind. All right. So stay very, like, this takes dedication, but it doesn't take time. It doesn't take time. It just takes dedication. Like, nope, not going to check that Facebook notification. Not going to turn off your notifications, like literally turn them off. Delete the apps, okay? During a weekend, delete the apps so you don't even go on there. You've got to take accountability for where you're at right now in your burnout, in your stress. And you've got to give that self-love and self-care. And you've got to realize that social media is an addiction. Let me know if you agree with that in the comments. It literally is an addiction. So you've got to get yourself out of that. Turn off, and sometimes it takes those drastic measures of deleting the app. Put it back on Monday. Keep it off forever. Whatever you want to do. I mean, I love you. I'll miss you. But definitely realize that that is a very big thing. Ask yourself, how much time are you spending on social media? Because that might be one of your flights. Instead of TV, it's social media. So what are you doing to flight? Write that down. Make sure you're well aware of that. Okay. Now, the next thing is probably one of the most important things, I would say, kind of head to head with my energy clearing. Okay. Is sleep. Yeah, we hear it time and time and time and time again. Get more sleep. Get more sleep. Get more sleep. I will tell you, this is 100,000% true. When you don't have sleep, and I'm telling you from experience, when you don't have sleep, you are more likely to get sick. You are more likely to be emotional. You are more likely to have fights, right? All of that kind of goes hand in hand. Sleep is so important. So when you are feeling burnt out, sleep is one of the biggest things that you can gift yourself, is sleep. And we take it for granted. It's like, oh, we'll catch up tomorrow. Or it's okay that I stay up till 12 and get up at 5, or whatever time zone, whatever time schedule you have. So sleeping is so important. You need to have sleep. You will wake up in such a different state. So I'm telling you to go to bed earlier. Literally, like I was in, I can't remember, the days are flying. I can't remember. But when I know that I am tired, I go to bed. And I don't even care what the kids are doing. I'm like, go in your rooms. I'm going to sleep. Like, do not wake me up. Like, I take my sleep so seriously. So I don't go out to 12 o'clock. Like, I literally don't do that anymore because I know that I'm an early riser. And no matter what time I go to bed, that is the time I'm waking up, give or take an hour, depending on what time I do go to sleep. But I know how I am if I don't sleep. Let me know if that resonates with you in the comments. Are you well aware of how sleep affects you? Right? I don't have it on right now, but I bought my Fitbit just to log my sleep. I want to see how I'm sleeping, because even when I am sleeping, I'm dreaming and I don't feel rested. right? Yeah, Claudia says that. I sleep, but still don't feel rested. Exactly. Because a lot of the times we're connecting to our spirits on the other side when we're sleeping. So that's why it's even more important to go to bed earlier so that you do get a good night of sleep, because it literally will change everything for you. Griselle says, when I get enough sleep, I feel so much better overall. Absolutely. And you can take on the world. Like, I mean, test it out for yourselves, like, or think about the past. Like, when you don't get enough sleep, I know I'm bitchy. I know I feel like I don't want to do anything. I'm unmotivated. I feel like everything's falling apart, right? But when I'm well rested and I wake up, and this is the other thing, just a little tidbit here. For me, I wake up when my body wakes up. So if I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, I'm up at 4:30 in the morning, because the worst thing for me, and I think I talk about this in my 21 days course, but the worst thing for me is to be woken up in the middle of a dream, because I am a very big bitch if that happens, like literally. Because I don't know what happens there, but I have learned that pattern in my life, that when I wake up in the middle of a dream, say the kids come in and they wake me up in the middle of the dream, it's a bad day. If I wake up on my own, even if it's at 4:30 in the morning, it's a good day. Okay. So Bethy says, I do really stupid things when I don't get sleep. Yeah. Stacey says, yes, don't sleep sound or well. Either I go to bed just up or more often. Claudia, same here. I think sleep and have dreams. Yeah, same crazy. Sleep apnea is the worst. Yeah, that's the breathing, right? Also protect your sleep with boundaries towards spirits. Yes, definitely. I teach that in the 21 days course too. No, I'm not aware. Yeah, definitely get aware, Chrissy, of your sleep patterns. Okay. And how you act, like really think about that. All right. The last thing I'm going to say, step number 5, this is going to take a little bit of effort on your, all of this is going to take a little bit of effort on your part, but the last thing I'm going to say is hydration. Water is, actually, I'm going to add one more thing onto here. Well, I'm just going to talk about it, but it won't be part of the plan. Hydration. Drink more water. Drink more water. Okay. Hydrating your body. When you are dehydrated, you could be lethargic, right? Which, goes back to like that sleeping type of stuff. So drink more water. Hydrate your body. Now, if you're not a water person, because I wasn't a water person, this doesn't mean drink more soda, because then you're just putting yourself in with sugar. Okay. Create something, like get creative, know yourself and create something. So my story with water is like, I never could drink water. I just turned 40 and I could never drink water. And I think I just started drinking water a year ago. So, but it has been a journey, right? I've gone from soda to the diet soda to the to lemonade, and then I created my own lemonade, which was water, lemon, and I use this thing called liquid stevia, which does not affect your blood sugar. I just got a new bottle. Doesn't taste the same. Does not taste the same. But so I created my own little thing, and I drank that for years. So it was no caffeine, no sugar, but it wasn't exactly water, because I could not just drink water. How many of you can relate with that? Can you not just drink water? So I created my own little thing until I forced myself, right? I was ready to take the leap and then just drink water. So because I said to myself, I'm not putting stevia in it. And lemon with water for me was more gross than just water. So I just started to drink water. And once you get over the hump is the worst part. But anyway, that's another video. But hydrate yourself, and don't hydrate yourself with like, even if you got to chug it if you don't like it, like literally just chug it down. Like I drink my bottles of water now, like just chug. I don't have to chug it, but in the beginning, like I would literally just chug water and then have whatever you want on top of that. But get the water in your body. All right. Because Missy Bear says, distilled water, if you can, it will pull all the toxins out of your body. I treat it like a vitamin regimen. Wow, really? I have to try that. I would love to try that. Tammy says, fortunately, I'm a water junkie. Good. Switch to alkaline. Yeah. I drink the ones that have a higher pH. Sometimes they're too high. Like I had one that was like in the 9 and I was like, I can't drink that every day. And you'll see how it actually affects your body. But anyway, so that those are different topics, but be hydrated, because even like your skin and stuff, when you're not hydrated, it like curls in, you know what I mean? It gets wrinkly. Even like dogs and stuff. If you ever have a dog, my puppy doesn't have this yet, but my other dogs, when they were really dehydrated, you can see like their cheeks like literally start to get wrinkles in them. And then when they actually drank the water, it would stop. So water is so important. So sleep and water. And the other thing I will tell you, one thing, because if you think about this, right? Energy is our body. We're made of energy. Sleep, it's our body, it's our mind. Hydration, again, our body. Now we can go, I don't really know the numbers, but we can go a little bit of time without hydration, right? We could probably go 2 to 3 days. I don't know. Somebody tell me. This is the other thing, right? So nobody talks about our energy. Nobody talks about our breath. How long can we not breathe or we'll die, right? But nobody talks about breathing. So that breath work is really important too. So when you're stressed or when you're feeling, this is more for stress because I really wouldn't say it's for burnout, but when you're feeling stressed, so before you get to that burnout point, focus on your breath, right? Again, Fitbits are cool. I'm not promoting them, but I don't have any affiliation with them. I know like the Apple Watches do it. Maybe the Samsung watches do it. Probably your phone. You could just do it with your phone. There's breathing apps on there where you can just start to breathe and it will help you just breathe in and out. But the question is like, you know, we focus more on what we're eating, right? Like when we wake up, it's like, what do I want to eat? We focus on that. Answer this in the comments for me. How many times a day do you focus on your breath? And yet our breath is the one thing that we cannot go longer than, I don't know, maybe a minute or two. I don't know. Somebody tell me that too. I don't know. I told you, not a doctor, not a biologist. But we literally can't hold our breath for more than, depending on who you are, depending, you know, a couple seconds or more than a minute or something like that. Right. But nobody talks about their breath so much. This is why breathing and meditation is important, is because we're working with the breath, and the breath can calm us. It really can. So one of the exercises that I learned is just take a breath in. So you could do it now with me. So take a breath in and stop it and count to 2, and then continue it on, and then hold it for 2, and then let it out, count to 2, and then continue to let it out. So that is just something that you can do, because first of all, 2 things happen. It's kind of like meditation without meditating, because I know a lot of people don't like or don't know how, or our brain is too scattered to meditate or focus on one thing. But when you focus like that and you have to count, you can't really think of other things. So you're focusing, being present, and you're also working with your breath. Okay. Teresa says 3 minutes without air until brain damage, I believe. Okay, thank you. I was like, I have no clue. But all I know is that it's really important. So definitely focus on your breath too, because these are the things that keep us alive and keep us healthy. Sleep, hydration, breath, and learning about your energy, which I gave you the link in the comments. All right. You guys have any questions for me before? Wow, I'm so sorry. We went way over. Do you have any questions for me? Let me read some of these comments up here. Yes, just don't put it in a plastic water bottle. Yeah, I know. I'm waiting to get a Kagan. Is it Kagan, I think? Water system. I have followed you boys. And so much I don't have insurance. I really wish I could come close to be able to afford your classes. Okay, Lumbee. I don't take insurance. Alkaline is the best. I love my water well since moving here. My skin is so different. Love that, Teresa. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. All right. So I don't see any questions. So let me know if you got value out of this. Just write value in the comments below. So again, accepting where you are, the energy clearing, which I gave you in the comments here. Minimize, let go of anything. 5 things to focus on, priorities, and focus. let go of anything else. It does not matter. And this will take work for you because it literally distractions, again, dopamine rushes, right? Focus, and then sleep and hydration. So important. So good. A lot of you are getting value out of this. Deborah, sending you lots of love, girl. Awesome. Stephanie, you're so welcome. Oh, good. I'm glad you needed this. Amy, how to protect your energy. That is a whole nother video. Maybe I'll do another video. We'll see what spirits say about that. That is in my Reiki Vault membership too. There's like an hour video about how to protect and clear your energy. Awesome. Been drinking my water and nose breathing while listening to you. Awesome, girl. All right, Teresa, love your videos, mama, and I will totally watch your kids if you need. Thanks, girl. All right, so I hope you enjoyed tonight. Definitely check out that link. Really powerful. Sometimes on YouTube, just to let you guys know, what was I going to say to you guys? I forget. But on YouTube, like sometimes I can't control the ads. So I know that there's another energy clearing on YouTube, but sometimes I can't control the ads because it's copyrighted music. So if they're in the middle of the meditation, I really apologize for that, but I really have no control over that. Jesse, you are beautiful at 40, looking younger. Thanks. Awesome. All right, guys, have a wonderful night. I will see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Much love to all of you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.